All right, welcome to the final part of my 5-part training series. We are going to go into how to integrate automated messenger bot into your funnels. Okay, just a very quick overview of what ChatBot is. It is an extension to the Facebook Messenger platform where we use a third-party application and we connect it with Facebook Messenger to open up a slew of feature set that is hidden right beneath the Facebook Messenger. Okay, the first thing you need to know is ChatBot is an advanced automation strategy. It is fully automated in the sense that when someone click on a button to interact with you on Messenger, the bot will automatically respond as if you are personally there to interact with your visitors. So this is really powerful stuff. One of the most important things that you need to understand about Messenger bot as compared to email marketing is it has an unrivaled effectiveness in terms of open rate and click-through rate. For instance, email marketing, we will be very happy and very lucky if you're able to get 10 to 40% open rate. Okay, if you look at your own email box, you will see that there are tons and tons of emails that you may have subscribed to, but you never bothered to open. So 10 to 40% is 40% is actually on a very high side. 10 to 20% is the generic open rate for email marketing. 0.5 to 2.5% click-through rate. You'll be happy if you get that. Okay, comparing to that with the Messenger bot, it generally and consistently producing 80 to 100% open rate, which is fabulous, which is unheard of. 55% to 75% click-through rate. That is what we want. When we do a marketing campaign, we want people to open our messages and we want people to click through to the links that we provide. Okay, so comparing to email marketing, it basically produces results much better than email marketing. Okay, for today, I'm just going to go into very specific actions that I've taken to integrate my bot into my funnel. So it is very action oriented. I will not spend time to go into the basics as well as the overview introduction of what Facebook Messenger is. If you want to know more about them, I have done 2 trainings before and the links are below. You can just go and watch them. And that will give you a very good understanding of what the platform can do for you. Okay, it's quite comprehensive. Moving forward, I'm going to release a chatbot domination masterclass. I'm in the process of updating this for 2018 so that it is more relevant to what we are up to in 2018. I have ran this training before with a group of people and we have had really good results. But I'm going to update this and release this as a separate course soon, okay? So watch out for that. Now, if you want to get an update or a notification or an announcement when I release certain things, new trainings and things like that, just go to my Facebook group and join that, okay? It's a closed Facebook group, just apply to join. Then you will be able to get updates when I release certain things and new videos, training videos. Okay, the tools that I'm going to use today will be ManyChat. Now, there are a lot of applications out there that you can use. And these are the third-party applications that we will be connecting with your Facebook account that will open up some hidden feature sets that is available within Facebook Messenger that makes it so much more powerful as an automated communication platform, okay, marketing platform. We have, my favorite is ManyChat and Opesta. I've been testing Opesta and I like Opesta quite a lot. It's an up-and-coming platform. One of the most powerful thing about Opesta is that it has the Opesta Pixel. The basic plan, I'm going to look at that later on. One of the most powerful thing about Opesta is the Opesta Pixel. It's very similar to Facebook Pixel, where it can integrate that into the pages into my funnels, and it will be able to track and retarget based on the data that it can collect. Okay, but for the moment, I'm still going to focus on ManyChat because ManyChat offers certain functionalities that is unavailable on Opesta. One of the main reasons is that number one is cheaper to implement than Opesta, and it also has a very intuitive drag and drop interface flow builder. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit on that later on. That makes it very easy to build something. Okay, so today's training, I'm going to integrate a ManyChat button, an automated response button into a funnel. And this is a funnel that you will be able to get from me free. I will put the link down below in the info section. And I will also go through with you how to hack this funnel so that you can use it for yourself. Okay, customize it for yourself. Don't use it as it is, because this is my the funnel that I'm using right now. Let's take a look at Opesta pricing. They have 3 plans: basic, essential, and high volume. We're looking at the basic, which you can get it for 14 days trial. And then beyond that, there will be $49 per month. Okay. You can link it to 2 Facebook pages, 5,000 subscribers, and you can just read through when you have the time. Let's compare that to ManyChat pricing. Okay. Now you can do the free forever plan. But the free forever plan is basically very limited in the way that you can use it. There's only 3 tags, 3 custom fields, 4 growth tools, 2 broadcast sequences, which is basically not enough. So sooner or later, you've got to think about upgrading to Pro. Okay, now upgrading to Pro is not too prohibitive, because just look at what we are going to pay. For a 1,000 subscriber list, we are talking about $15 a month. Okay, then as your subscriber grow, for example, to 2,000, it will go up to $25 a month. Okay. All right. Now, before I even come to here, I just want to show you the funnel that we'll be using. Okay, I have the same funnel right over here in 3 different options. All right, the first one is where I integrate ManyChat. The second one is almost exactly the same. The only difference is that I'm integrating with Opesta. Then can you see the button over here? Let me just open up and show you. Okay, this is the page. It's a very generic page funnel. Now I use this funnel when I'm posting on my Facebook page, fan page, or group, where I'm sharing some information about working with me, some information about my results. When I'm talking about generically about building a business online, okay, this is more of a brand building thing. This is more of when I'm selling myself and my results, more than I'm talking about the product or the offer or the partner company that I'm doing with, that I'm partnering with. Okay, basically, if you look at here, it's easy to hack this. It's easy to customize this. But for now, I'm selling the idea of passive income with affiliate marketing. You can easily change it to anything that you like. If it is e-commerce, you can change it to e-commerce. If it is drop shipping, you can change it to drop shipping. If it's not passive income, you can change it to a certain number. You know, learn how to earn $2,000 a month with drop shipping, for instance. I'm going to go into that a little bit later, how to change that. And basically, this complements my brand building exercise. What I wanted people to do is to look at my results, look at who I am as a leader, and opt in or apply to work with me rather than worry about the opportunity or the vehicle. Okay, I want them to trust me, to handhold them and introduce a business model that they can work on, rather than worry about which business model they are going into. The main important thing is that they need to trust that I will be able to help them to build an online business that can generate $500, $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000 a month as a side income, either passively or semi-passively. Okay, that's the whole idea. Now, let me go back to the funnel. Okay, so I want to also show you the last one, which is exactly the same one. Now, this is different in the sense that I have integrated this with a button that has a pop-up for people to connect with me by subscribing. So I'm collecting their name and the email into my autoresponder. And as well as I will have, I will be getting in touch with them separately and manually to follow up on that. Okay, so basically, this is the easiest version that you can use. You don't need to learn about automated chatbot marketing. You don't need to learn about another software and how to integrate that into your funnel. You can just use this version and just integrate this and connect this with your autoresponder. And when it comes in, you will be able to know whom will be asking to work with you. Okay. Now the next step is once they have submitted this form, as you know, if it is a form, your set action will always be submit form. Now, once this form is submitted and is integrated with your autoresponder, for instance, over here, okay, it has to go somewhere. That's where I go into general, settings, general, and put in a site over here, all right, that they will go to the moment they have opted in. Now, this is where you can create a custom funnel to tell them what you're planning to do or what offer you're providing them. Or alternatively, if you are representing a product or an offer or a business opportunity from another company, you can link them to the affiliate page of that opportunity. Like for instance, the whole training here is about the 30 days summit campaign. You can easily put in your campaign over here. Okay, you can easily put your affiliate link over here. So once they have opted in, they will be redirected to this page. Okay, this is where they can read about the 30-day summit and the challenge. Then they can opt in. All right. Get back to this. Now the next one. The next one is Opesta. I'm just quickly going to run through Opesta. Edit. Opesta you will be able to get an Opesta pixel if you're using Opesta, and you put that pixel in the tracking code right over here. Okay, this is going to put in the pixel for tracking from the Opesta side. That's the only thing that you need to put in terms of Opesta's tracking pixel. Go to custom HTML. Open code decoder. You will be able to put in the Opesta plugin. Okay, this is the widget that the Opesta account will give you when you've set up your widget. All right, let's now take a look at the funnel that I've integrated ManyChat with. Okay, as you can see, it will look like that, and the button will load up over here. So what happens is that people will come over to this page and they read whatever they need to read, and then they click on Get Started, and it will automatically engage Facebook Messenger to communicate with me. Okay, so view it in Messenger. Right, there we go. It will start the conversation over here. Right, let's get back. Okay, so let me just copy this, clone this funnel, so that I can funnel hack that with you right now. Add to funnel. Move this right up. I need to change the name first. Work with me. Template. with me. All right, you need to change this to something that suits yourself. All right. Okay, now, once you've opened up this page, like I've mentioned to you before, this is how you are going to make changes. For instance, John Smith, to learn how to earn a more passive income, or you can also always say to earn 2,000 bucks, to earn more, to earn an extra $2,000 per month. All right. Online with drop shipping. All right. If it's not drop shipping, you can always say it's Amazon FBA. If it's Amazon FBA, you can always say network marketing. If it's not network marketing, you can always say with automated system with a fully automated system. Okay, or something like that. This is a headline. You just need to make it work for you. They want to work directly with John Smith. Schmo. To learn how to earn an extra $2,000 per month with automated online system. Okay, something like that. Now you can also change the image. For instance, let me just go to here, images. Let's look at using this one. Okay, I'm going to use, there are two ways that you can do, let me show you. You can either click on over here to upload an image that is on your computer, and then you add it, or what I can do even quickly is I don't even need to store this into my computer, is to find a nice photo. Assuming that this is you, find your own picture. I can just copy the address and put it in here. Okay, so there you have it. Then imagine that this is you. Okay, you're branding yourself, so you better put in your own picture here. Now, pros and cons. If you use this way, since this is using a URL, the moment this URL changes for whatever reason, you may have moved it, you may change your directory or whatever reason. If this is broken, the image will not show up. All right. If you have uploaded it, physically uploaded it into the system in ClickFunnels using this button, then you don't have that issue. Just pros and cons. This is quicker, faster. Okay. Blueprint generating a life-changing passive side income. Life-changing income. Okay, you don't have to call blueprint. You can always change it to something like action plan. Okay, it can work for you. This is your subheader and this is your information. Okay, so change it according to what works for you, whatever industry that you're in, whatever offer that you are that you're working on. Okay. Okay, now here is one of the other thing that you can basically change background. You don't need to be as boring as white. It can be like that. Okay, make it a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna need to add a little bit more space below. Bottom 40. So that add a bit more space down here. Okay, so the other thing that you can do is, of course, to change the opacity of this panel. Play with it, as you can see here, 75. Okay, that's another thing that you can do. Of course, you can put in a background image. You can use a URL, add image. For instance, let me just put in something like this, add an image. There we go. Okay, to make it a little bit more easier to read, I need to adjust this more. Let's just say 90%. 90%, and let me add something else. Border, full border. Solid, okay. But I want it to be a little bit bluish. And I want it to be 25%. Okay. 25%. 50%. Like that. Okay. So if that's your style, go ahead and change whatever you need to change over here to make it your own. Of course, as you can see here, this is hardly readable. Let me just adjust the font color to white. White. Okay, one more. Change it to white. And can you see the link color is unreadable? I'm going to settings, typography, change the link color to white. No, not white, maybe blue. All right, so save, done. That's how you funnel hack my template to make it your own. Yeah, the only other thing that you need to work on is maybe take a look at this, whether this works for you. You need to change that. The terms and privacy policy, you need to link it to your own terms and privacy policy. And support is where you put in your email. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, there we go. Put in your own email so that if they need support, people can communicate with you. However, ClickFunnels, this is where you need to change to your ClickFunnels free trial account, your affiliate link. All right, and then the rest of the other stuff is you also need to change it because you can't be using my footer, you can't be using my copyright information, right? So change it according to your entity, your business entity. Okay, save it, and you are done. Now, the only other two things that I need to inform you is this. There is no integration with Autoresponder because we are not using any Autoresponder. Oh yeah, SEO metadata, of course, you want to change that. Take away my name, put in your name, and make sure that the keywords also yours. The description also works for you, your own description. Whether you want to put in an image over here is totally up to you. You can leave it blank. Now, the other thing is this, you don't need to put touch general because the moment they click over here, people will be communicating with you on Messenger, all right? The only thing is this, you need to understand is this, there will be two pieces of code that you will be putting in, which is a tracking code. This is the code that ManyChat will give you that allows you to integrate the widget. This is called a button widget. To integrate the widget into this page, you need that, okay? And the second piece of code will be this one here. Both also will be given to you. I will show you how to get that later on. So only two pieces of code, okay? Save it and let me go to ManyChat. Let me just refresh and go to my growth tools. Now the growth tools, what I'm going to do is we are using button, okay? Growth tools, new growth tools, button. We are using the button because without using these embedded widgets, we will not be able to put in here, the button over here, all right? So button is what we are going after. Now, if you choose this option, you can actually build the whole thing on here. What I did is slightly different. Not only am I using the button, I'm also using the ref URL. Okay, this is called reference URL. New growth tool, I'll show you. Messenger ref URL. Okay, the why I'm doing it this because this is so modular in the sense that I can remove this portion out of the button. The button will only act as a button. The moment the button is pressed, it will be redirected to here. Okay, let's take a look at the ref URL. Opt-in, edit. As you can see here, basic builder will look like this. I love to go to the flow builder because a flow builder, I can look at the whole thing as an overview, bird's eye view, and I can move things about and connect things and remove the connection and move it back up here and things like that, you know, so it's so flexible. I love it. All right, so this is a sequence. As you can see here, one whole sequence, and they will be interacting with that, okay? Sequence, 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 and then it will move forward to the second sequence, and then they will get tagged. All right, I will show you how to do tagging here. So it's like that. So what happens is that, let me go back here, the button, all right, grow to button. This is where I create my button and it will look like this. Let me show you. It will look like this. All right. So the button is sent to Messenger. I don't need the checkbox. When I select the checkbox, it will basically be careful. Facebook has, you see this warning, you add a checkbox over here. I don't need that. I just make it simple. You can change the color. You can make the size larger, small, or whatever. Okay, let me show you small. It will look like this. So I prefer it large. And then the button is get started on Messenger. Or, yep. So I click on next, then it will show them the submitted state. All right. In the submitted state, what happens is that I don't have to redirect to URL. Let me just copy this first. Now this URL is this reference URL, which is my ref URL. All right. So go to setup, and I will be given this URL. Coming back here, I'll put it over here. So what happens is that at the moment when they click on my button, it will get redirected to this sequence. Okay, this sequence. But I don't have to do that because you know why? That whole sequence can be built right in here in the options, options actions. So what happens? Just follow through with me, okay? In the current tab. Open this URL in a current tab, it's all right. So if you go to next, let's just say I turn this off and I go to next, then it will give me the message. The moment they click on the button, they will come to here and they will receive this message, right? So if I go to edit, oops, save it first. If I go to edit, this is the message that, the first message that they will be receiving before they will be redirected to the rest of the other, before they will be redirected to this flow, okay? So it's all connected automatically. Now, once again, you don't have to build it over here separately. You can actually build it within here, okay? Remember the first message that they'll be getting? Just imagine that this whole follow-up over here will be follow up with the next step over there, okay? So all you need to do is just put in a button over here that says, let's go, or ask them a question so that they can type, saying, press on a button that says yes. That will connect them to, then you build the rest of the other flows over here. Okay, this flow. So imagine two scenarios. The first scenario is that you build the whole sequence of communication within the button. All right. The second scenario is what I'm doing. I'm separating the button function on its own. So whenever they have clicked on the button, they receive the first image message. The moment they have received the first message, they will be redirected to this sequence. Okay, so I have separated the sequence from the button itself. The reason why I'm doing this is because when I'm doing the ref URL, what happens is that I will have that a specific URL that I can direct people to separately without the button. The problem with having the button is that there's only one way to access this sequence of messages. Okay, these growth to are basically entry points into your messenger bot. Okay, if you use a button, that means the button must be integrated within a page, a funnel, or somewhere. So in order to access your follow-up sequence, which is this one. Okay, imagine if I click on this. This is a full follow-up sequence. Okay, right over here, you will see that you blah, 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 that I'll be receiving a series of follow-up sequence. Now, the good thing about this is that if someone is interested in working with me, I can actually straight away give them this link. All right, that gives me the flexibility of sharing this link without going through the button. Okay, so now you know that you have two choices. The easier way is, of course, to just build everything with the button. Opt-in actions. Within the opt-in actions here, you click on edit and you will be able to build the whole thing, okay, within one screen. All right, so this is just a single message. The other way is, of course, you follow my method. You build a button. Go back to growth tool, you build a button, and having the button connect to my ref URL. Okay, reference URL. So that's how I do it. Now, let's go back to the button. In setup, you will see two things over here. Install JavaScript. So you need to add in all the URL that the domain that you'll be using these snippets on. So what you need to do is install ManyChat snippets, copy this, come back to your funnel. All right, open up tracking code, paste that in here. Okay, save it. Next, finished. Next is grab this piece of code, come back to your funnel. Imagine that you haven't integrated this thing yet, so you need to add an element, and the element is, go all the way to the bottom, HTML, custom JavaScript HTML. Click on that, click on this, open the code editor, paste that code in there, the snippets in here, and you are done. Okay, so let me just remove this because I already have it up here. Okay, then you are done, save. The only thing left for you to do is, of course, preview it, click on it, and then go through the process and making sure that you are actually receiving all the messages that you have set up. Okay? If it seems complicated to you, don't worry about it. You're just not at the stage where you're ready to implement this. But once you have learned a little bit more about ChatBot, there will come a time where you revisit this training again and you look at the instructions, then all of a sudden it becomes so clear and so easy that you will be able to just implement this. Okay, now once again, why do we implement a button to connect to Messenger? Very simple. Messenger basically allows us to achieve a very good open rates as well as click rates. Can you imagine getting consistently 100% open rates? Okay, which I can never get this on email marketing, and very high open rates. So that's what we are after, the effectiveness of our communications, right? All right, so that concludes the lesson on how to integrate a bot, okay, into your funnel. Now, once again, it is so flexible that you don't need to worry about the content over here. You can easily integrate this into any other funnel. If you want to use send to messenger as the communication engagement platform, all right? Okay, so let me just do a quick recap. We have completed part one, which is how to kickstart your campaign for 30 Days Summit. Part two is how to integrate Autoresponder into your funnels. Part three is how to update the original 30 Days Summit campaign so that we can focus on one funnel away, so that make it relevant and continue with our promotion. And part four is how to integrate incentives and bonuses into your funnel so that you give people an extra reason to take actions immediately, or take away the one reasons for them to hesitate or procrastinate. Okay, it's just basically to add value to your offer. And finally, we have covered, right, how to integrate messenger bot into your funnels, platform coverage, and then follow-up sequence. Oh yeah, follow-up sequence. So let me just quickly show you the follow-up sequence. Almost forgot about that. Now, follow-up sequence is very similar to, it's under automation, it's under sequences. It's very similar to email marketing. All right, so let's just show you this one. This is my 4-day follow-up sequence. So I just add 1 day at a time, add a message like that. Okay, the way you build it is very simple. Remember that this is conversational, so don't do the thing that we do with email marketing. Email marketing can be long form. We usually put in a lot of words, a lot of copy. People sometimes don't mind reading long copy, but when we are communicating with people on Messenger, remember that this is a short form conversational piece. Okay. So let me just show you day two as an example. As you can see here, move out. Day three, then I offer them something. Okay, let me go to Flow Builder. Okay, just simple stuff like that, okay? All right. And last thing, I offer them a free vacation. Okay, just basically just to keep them occupied and give them reasons and reminders to take actions. Okay, so basically that's it over here. Now, how do you integrate that into your sequence? Okay, let me go back to my growth tool. Let me go back to, I believe should be here. Okay, so what I can do here is, for instance, I'm asking them a series of questions if they're interested to apply for working with me. Once I finish the last question, what I can do is I add perform actions. When I click on perform actions, then I will add an action, subscribe to sequence, and I will just enter the sequence name, which is the 30-day submit follow-up or whatever it is. Okay, you could, let me just select this first. All right, so that's how you put people into sequence. All right, so sequence is basically follow-ups, the automation. So that's how you put sequences. That's how you create multi-day sequences. For instance, this one has 2 days. I'm still building this up. Sequences, easy follow-up. This one has 5 days follow-up sequence. Okay, so there is a certain action that people will take. For instance, over here, that people will take. So the moment they take a certain actions, it can be the moment they click on a certain button, the moment they completed several questions, the last questions, like what I'm doing here, I will add an action. And the action should be to subscribe to certain sequence, okay? So that's how you add people into a sequence. So what we will have right now is if you're also using email autoresponder, they will also be receiving the email sequences. Remember the SOAP opera and the Seinfeld follow-up sequence. They will also, if they are also engaging with you on ChatBot, they will, at a certain period of time when they take the necessary, the right actions, they will be subscribed to the certain sequence as well. Okay, so it works concurrently in your marketing effort. Okay, then we have covered everything. This is the last part of the full 5-part training series, the Express Jumpstart training series. Now, although this training series is focusing on the 30 days summit campaign, because it just so happens that Russell launched this fantastic campaign, everything that you have learned here can be used for any other campaigns and can be used for any other business opportunities or funnels that you are going to build. All right. Thank you so much for following with me throughout this 5-part training series. I appreciate you. If you have any questions, please shoot me a message or a comment below. If you miss any of the free funnels that I'm giving away for whatever reason, just let me know. I will forward that to you. All the codes and all the links that you ever need usually will follow up in the info section beneath the video. Okay, so with that, I hope you all the best in your online business building, and take it easy.